Hello students, today we are going to read the third chapter, that is verbs expressing the future. Now verbs expressing the present and past we have already completed. So today we are going to study verbs expressing the future. You know what is future tense? As the name suggests, something that is going to happen in near future or in coming future. Something that has not happened yet but is expected to happen in near future. Same like present and past we had 4 types. In future also we have 4 types. The first, simple future. Second, future continuous. Third, future perfect. And the fourth, future perfect continuous. So in today's class we are only going to deal the first 2, that is simple future and future continuous. So students, verbs expressing the future. Today we are going to deal simple future and future continuous. We have 4 types of future tense: simple future, future continuous, future perfect and future perfect continuous. But in today's class we are only going to deal the first 2, that is simple present, simple future and future continuous. Now simple future, we use will or shall. So when we use simple future to predict a future event, for example, it will rain tomorrow. I am predicting a future event that it's going to rain tomorrow. It will rain tomorrow. I'll go to Patna. I'll play cricket tomorrow. So to predict a future event. With I or we, to express a spontaneous decision. For example, I'll pay for the tickets by credit card. Now what does a spontaneous decision mean? Suppose I ask, would you like to have something? You say, yes, surely. I love to have some ice cream. So that's a spontaneous decision. I asked you that, would you like to have something? You said, yes, I love to have some ice cream. So that's a spontaneous decision. So with I and we, to express a spontaneous decision, we use will. To express willingness. To express willingness. So I'm willing, it's my will, that I'll carry your bag for you. So it's my willingness. And just the opposite, if it is in the case of negative form, to express unwillingness. And as we know that will, the negative form of will is won't. So here we can see the example, the baby won't eat his meal. So for positive, to express willingness, I'll carry your bag for you, will. Just the opposite, to express unwillingness. Now, when we promise to do something, thanks for the book, I'll return it by Sunday. By Sunday, I am promising you that I'll return this book to you by Sunday. So, to promise to do something, we use simple future. To ask somebody to do something, there also we use will. Like you can see, will you please get me some medicine? I'm having headache. Will you please get me some medicine? Will you please fetch me some water? I'm feeling very thirsty. So to ask somebody to do something, will you please fetch me a glass of water? I'm asking you. I'm asking to do something because I'm feeling thirsty. So will you please fetch me a glass of water? Will you please get me some medicine? I'm having headache. Will you please fetch me a glass of water? I'm feeling thirsty. So in these all things we use simple future. Now shall. Now shall is not so common in modern English. Shall I and shall we are used in questions to make offers or suggestion. To make offers or suggestion. It will be clear when you'll see this example. Shall I get you some coffee? So it's an offer for you. Shall I get you some coffee? So it's an offer. Shall we visit the adventure island this weekend? So it's a suggestion. So shall is not so common in modern English, but still if we use in questions just to make offers or suggestions. Now going to, this is also used in future tense. We use the going to form to suggest that there is an intention or a decision to do something in the near future. Like see here, we are going to play a friendly match tomorrow. We are going to play. Now this going to suggest some future time, some future activities, some future intention. So we use going to form to suggest that there is an intention or a decision to do something in the near future. We are going to play a friendly match tomorrow. Like here, we also use this form to predict a future action when there is a clear evidence of its coming true. Clear evidence. Now, how? She is getting wet in rain. So I am predicting because she is getting wet in rain, so she is going to catch flu. Means I am having a clear evidence that surely she will catch flu because she is getting wet in rain. So she is going to catch flu. Now till now we only knew that present continuous is used when an action is going on at the time of speaking. But today we will deal with present continuous with a future meaning. Now what does it mean? See, we use the present continuous tense to express a future action if the speaker knows that something is going to happen because an arrangement has been already made. An arrangement has already been made. I am leaving this office next month. So arrangement is already been made that I am going to leave this office next month. So I am leaving. So this is present continuous, but it has a future meaning. I am leaving this office next month. So present continuous with a future meaning. Rakhi is getting married next week. This is week. Rakhi is getting married next week. So an arrangement has already been made. An arrangement has already been made. Rakhi is going to marry next week. So present continuous is getting is MR ing form. It's present continuous, but it has a future meaning. Now simple present is also used with a future meaning. Like simple present tense is often used to express future events fixed by the calendar or an official timetable. Like see, the train leaves tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. The inter-school hockey tournament begins next Monday. So these are future events. Tomorrow morning, future events. But that is fixed. Future events fixed by calendar. It's already fixed that at 6 a.m. the train is going to leave. So train leaves tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. The inter-school hockey tournament. It's an official timetable. It has already been mentioned. It has already been declared that inter-school hockey tournament begins next Monday. But students, remember this sentence can also be written as the train will leave tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. The inter-school hockey tournament will begin next Monday. These also can be written as will leave and will begin. That is not wrong. So students, now the second one, future continuous. Its form will be plus fourth form of the verb, that is ing form of the verb. Now uses. Future continuous. We use this tense to express an action which will be in progress at a given moment in the future. Like tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mr. Grover will be flying to Paris. So an action which will be in progress. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. this action will be in progress. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. So action which will be in progress. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mr. Grover will be flying to Paris. At this time next Monday, remember, we will be celebrating your birthday. So this tense, future continuous, this tense is used to express an action which will be in progress at a given moment in the future. We also use this tense to express an action that is fairly certain to happen in the future. Fairly certain मतलब ये होगा. Like see, next week we'll be shifting to our new house. Next year he will be playing cricket for our Ranji team. So future continuous, as the name suggests, continuous means action will be in progress. Action will be in progress. So action which will be in progress at a given moment in the future, or to express an action that is fairly certain to happen in the future. Okay? So in coming 2 or 3 months we will be having a cricket tournament. So next 2 to 3 weeks. So it's fairly certain to happen. I think these 2 points, simple future and future continuous, is clear to you. In our next class we are going to discuss future perfect and future perfect continuous. So thank you students.